What's up guys, it's AJ from AE79 Prospecting. Today, we're going to review the Gold Hog Multisluice. Imagine you just came home from a really successful prospecting trip. You've got 8 pounds of concentrates ready to go. How do you normally process that material? Your options are to use a slow method like a blue bowl, or you can pan everything out. Now there's nothing wrong with panning out the material. That's how I started out too. But after a while, it takes a lot of time and it gets old, and really in the end, you just want to get the gold out pretty quickly. Here's where the Gold Hog Multisluice really helps out. So you're going to take those concentrates from your prospecting trip and you're going to run it through this. You're going to set the sluice at 11 degrees and you're going to run the cons mat first. What you're going to do is capture 95 to 98% of your gold in just a couple of minutes. It's awesome. Then you're going to wash this mat out and run it with the stripper or washer mat. You're going to reset the angle at about 13 degrees and you're going to run it a second time. And you're going to take all those concentrates down to just a couple of tablespoons. Then you pan it out and you're good to go. Now what about the tailings? Are you going to lose some gold? Of course. You're going to always lose gold. Any system that says they don't lose gold, they're lying. But if you're going to lose, less than 1/10 of a gram, you can go through that later. You can do that in the dead of winter when you can't go outside, you have a little extra time to burn. That's the time to go through all of those fine tailings and go through it and pick out every tiny little speck of 100 mesh gold. Let's go ahead and run our 8 pounds of pay dirt and see how the cons mat whittles it down very quickly to only about a cup or two. So once again, most of the gold you can see is concentrated way up here. That's a beautiful nugget right there. And you can look down here, you can see some gold there, gold here. Most of the gold's up here. You can see with the sun, a beautiful concentration of gold right here. But what's really good about the system is there's going to be gold lower down, but there's going to be less and less and less. So you can see there's a little bit of gold there. As we keep moving down, there's a speck of gold right there. There's a speck of gold over there. But as you look lower down here, I barely see anything. So again, most of the gold is caught in the top 6 inches of most of these Gold Hog systems. So this is our cleanup after our first run, looking really good here. You can see all of the gold here, and there's probably about a cup or a little less than a cup of concentrate, so looking really good. Before we run our final concentrates through the stripper mat, we're going to classify it down to 20 mesh. So now here is all of our 20 plush mesh gold here. This stuff is really easy to pan out, so we'll pan this out separately. The reason why we're not going to put this through the washer mat or the stripper mat is because the stripper mat really doesn't have a lot of big grooves for the big gold to hide. It's designed to completely strip down almost everything down to pure gold, but sometimes the bigger pieces of gold may tumble out, so it's nice to remove that ahead of time. This is another reason I really like iPan for gold. It's not just about the total weight of gold, it's what kind of size are you getting from your pay dirt company. Most companies aren't going to be sending you nuggets this big. I mean, I can't wait to weigh some of these guys out. This one here, I mean, this is at least a ½ gram. This one's probably close to a ½ gram. So now we have less than a cup of concentrates left to go. We'll go ahead and run it now through the stripper mat. Now this is my favorite part of the multi-sluice. Look at this top mat, guys. just pure lines of gold. There's nothing else there. It's been stripped clean. Now, as you slowly move down, you're going to have more and more black sand and less gold. But the key is the bottom. Let's skip way to the bottom, see what it looks like. Down here, you shouldn't see any gold, because if you see a lot of gold down here, that means it's going off the end of your sluice into your tailings pile. And I don't see a speck down here. So once again, the Gold Hog matting does a good job holding on to the gold. And in this case, we're dealing with all the -20 mesh gold. So these are the final concentrates left after running the -20 material through the washer mat. Let's go ahead and roll it back and see what we got.
Wow, take a look at that -20 gold, guys. That looks awesome. At its heart, the Gold Hog Multisluice is a reducing unit. That is, it quickly and efficiently takes a lot of concentrates and works it down to just 1 or 2 tablespoons of material in the end. This last little bit of material is very easy to process using traditional panning techniques. Now let's go ahead and see what kind of losses the Gold Hog Multisluice experienced.
I went ahead and panned out our fine tailings, and this is all we got. So again, guys, this is catching well over 99% of the gold. This is negligible. Negligible. And again, all the fine tailings I typically store away and pan it out when I have the time during the off season. But during the actual prospecting season, I want to be efficient. I want to quickly go through my cons, get 98 to 99+% of my gold. That's the goal, and that's what you're able to accomplish with the Multisluice. So clearly the Gold Hog Multisluice is an amazing concentrate cleaner. It's fast, efficient, and does a great job. But what I really love about it is it has incredible versatility. You can also use it as a mini battery-powered high banker in the field. You do have to classify the material down to 1/4 of an inch, but if you're quickly trying to test an area and move, and you want to move more material than you can do with just a pan alone, this is a great option. Let me show you an example of the Gold Hog Multisluice being used in field mode. Alright, so we got a little Multisluice running here. Got the water as clean as it can, still pretty dirty, but you know, it's a very small stream bed, it's not very deep, it's the best you can do. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll start running what we got here. As you can see, compared to the last video I did with running that clay muck, this runs through way better. Just kind of melts in there. And there's a little bit of clay still left in here, I'm sure. Not enough to cause a problem. So in summary, the Gold Hog Multisluice is my favorite Gold Hog product. It's fast, it's efficient, it's versatile, and at $339, it's really the most valuable piece of prospecting equipment I've ever bought. I highly recommend it, and overall, I'm going to give it my highest grade, an A+. Thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and hang tight. I'll show you a couple shots of our final weigh-in for our iPan for gold pay dirt.